His name was Walter Wesley Leonard. He was a native from Buffalo, Minnesota. He passed away, but before he left, 2 days before, he said that he had something buried in the ground. Now, I knew that he was, there was money. Well, Richmond Beach. Yeah, historically a place for Halloween and ghost stories. Every engineer that has worked here, every one of them, I go down a list of people, have come in contact with this supernatural phenomena.
So you think you know the spirit that's there? Like
oh yeah. Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about it. His brothers didn't want to say Walter Wesley, so they just nicknamed him Dubby for two W's. He grabbed the garbage can, started running down the steps really fast, tripped and fell. Out comes a whole chicken with maggots all over it, uncooked chicken, and he started puking. Next morning, bam, 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 bam on my door, all in tears. Bobby, 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 Dubby's dead, Dubby's dead. Apparently he died in his sleep. You know, all in the back of my head, I knew there was something buried, you know, in the ground. I didn't know where, but I knew that there was something. Over here where I found this cache that the spirit comes in. We'll get into that. You just ask me questions.
Okay, all right.
I'll get into it. This is the... Whoa. Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is the studio room. I put up all the stone and
no kidding.
All the granite, marble I cut. And the irregular shape of the rooms. Not too big, not too small, but just, you may say, it's just a perfect size.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it gets a quick decay, but it's open pretty sound. I bought a metal detector. Let's see if I can find, this money, because it's always like money comes in, money goes out in this business. So I'm out there looking, You
knew it was around.
I knew it was around the premises somewhere. I didn't know exactly where.
And most of this wasn't built yet.
That's correct. November 19th, 1981. I'm sitting here like digging, and all of a sudden on the north side over here, the sand sloughs. And all of a sudden appears this big plastic canister, just the edge of it. I looked at it, all of a sudden like time just stopped. Pull it out, just running across the street. Look at this, I got it, I found it. Open it up, just stuffed with $100 bills. In fact, the top of it was all mold. So from that point on, this starts getting interesting now.
So I showed some other people that picture. They all had the same reaction that I did. Oh, it's a smudge on the glass.
You didn't see the...
I saw it. I definitely saw that.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the skeptic in me, And
they didn't see the face?
No, yeah. It just seems like, it's a very, strong coincidence that this face.
Yeah. Slap on the face on it. Oh my God. Think, Bob, now put it in high gear. What would Dubby do? Well, this is kind of two separate spots.
Okay.
This is, on this side is my tech. This is like what, and that's the door down there where we took that picture through. The door right here. And obviously they took it through. As you can see, that's clean. Not bad.
Right. Huh. All right. It is really clean.
The image was right up in this area, right here. So this is where the image appeared, and the vocalist was, you know how metal is, that kind of stuff. I don't think he had kind of approved what was going on. In the picture that we have, that illustrates, or it looks like the famous picture of the Scream.
Right.
You can see his mouth like this. It's almost like he's going, no!
Right.
I knew at that time that the spiritual flow of Dubby was in the air ever so strong. About 3 in the morning, to loud footsteps coming up the stairs to our bedroom.
I kept on hearing someone walking up and down the staircase, like, I heard do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do. kept on hearing someone walking up and down.
Just ran over by the door, opened the door up, only to nothing was there.
I sat up, opened my eyes, and I saw like this kind of vision or like ghostly figure, that looked like a human, but I could see directly through it. And I squealed like a little bitch.
I remember the band Tad was in here. Jack and Dino was working, and I remember specifically that a saucer, the guy went down there and they said that a saucer had moved itself off the island onto the floor. And then the next morning, what happened? Devin comes in, finds a dead bat under the piano.
Whoa.
Yeah, awesome.
It was the band Afghan Wigs, because it's not fiction, it's all for real. It was like in 1996, 1997, with the Afghan Wigs record, and Greg goes, "Hey Bobby, I just got a call from my medium, and I'm a little bit concerned at this point on what's happened here." And I go, "What did your medium say, Greg?" And well, she said that she came in contact with a spirit, and it was in the bathroom up there, and the spirit was standing, pointing down at the floor northward. That's exactly where I found the money. And I looked up, and George and I looked up, and we saw this. The spirit was here, pointing northward, down at the floor. That's exactly within like 3 feet of where I found this. And this is where Greg Dooley, John, I'll give you John Cody's phone number. You want to do a phone?
And now it's John Lee Hooker. No, he's pointing up instead of pointing down. Yeah.
I'll share something with you that is really, so it's an image that was formed in the white carbonate crystals. Actually a saint. Right here is where this flash of light happened. And this is where I caught my finger right here, is why I stopped the blade. And I looked down and I went, God almighty, look at this thing. But here's the foot, the resurrection up. Here's the descension going down, therefore it's resurrecting up this way. Right. Look at this. Here is the curvature. Let's just say this black part is the world. The moon, it turned into a triangle. Anybody who comes here that has a negative outcast or negative vibe, this place will shit on.